Hi, hello. Okay, I am making a video right now because my last video that I posted yesterday was a chaotic mess. I haven't slept and I'm wearing the same clothes. um, but yeah, so a lot has happened. Uh, yeah, that last video, if you did watch it, it was kind of concerning. So yeah, a lot has happened since then. Um, Basically, he was in like some desperate need of oxygen, and the hospital was apparently, they were running out of oxygen tanks, and also they were going to separate my brother and my dad and put him in like a COVID unit, and my brother couldn't go back there with him. And not to be a conspiracy theorist or anything, but I'm a firm believer in if you have someone that you care about in the hospital, you never leave their side at any moment. I don't care what hospital staff says. I don't care what anyone says. You don't leave them. And maybe that's just because I'm biased from my own personal experience. When I was younger, I went to the hospital and I like almost died. And I remember I got severely worse because hospital staff were neglectful and didn't take care of me, and it made things worse. And also, my dad's a firm believer that that's why my grandmother died, his mom, because she had gotten sick and she was recovering just fine, but then hospital staff didn't take care of her and she wound up catching things in the hospital. She wound up getting way worse, and ultimately taking her to the hospital is what killed her. Hi, Rondo, I'm filming something. Why? You're not a part of this. If you're gonna be here, stand over here, because you're fucking blocking me. Homie. Okay. Oh my gosh. Go down. Okay. But yeah, so we didn't want to leave him alone, so we were really hesitant to do that. And then we kind of figured out that the hospital, because they're so overwhelmed by COVID, I suppose, they don't really have as many resources left, which is not their fault. You can't blame them for that. And I don't want it to come across like I am ungrateful or, unhappy with hospital staff. People who are doctors and nurses, they save people's lives. They're incredible heroes. I just happen to know that sometimes in a big hospital with lots of sick people, with lots of things going on, you go in, you catch something else. Like if you came in for a broken leg, you might catch something else. And yeah, I'm not going to expand upon that too much because whether or not, I feel like that's kind of controversial. That's a hot take, and we don't have time for that. What wound up happening was a family member in Mexico, a family member of mine who lives in Mexico, we called her and she was able to find some oxygen tanks for us. And so now we're just waiting for my dad to get discharged from the hospital because they basically said there's nothing they can do to help him, essentially. So yeah, we're waiting on that. And my family member in Mexico, she was able to find some oxygen tanks and she's gonna bring them to us, which I owe her big time. She has saved our lives today. She really saved us. So yeah. I know I was kind of frantic in the last video and I was talking about a lot of different things. So yeah. I'm definitely, the last few months, like I said, have been rough, but I'm way more optimistic about life than I usually am, which I think is interesting. Like, I really strongly believe that things will get better, and I've been working really hard to make things get better. So yeah, I don't know. Something that I think about, people who, say, I feel like there's this like United States propaganda that runs around where Americans believe that, we're the best country in the world, we're the best at everything, We have the best healthcare, the best education, the best everything. Well, right now, that's quite literally not the case. And I think about this quite often. Whenever I or someone I know has gotten sick, we almost always go to Mexico. Almost always, because we're so close to the border, and medicine is cheaper there. It's affordable, at least from our perspective. From the American dollar gets very far there. And I don't know. Whenever people tell me like, oh, Mexico's a shitty, terrible place, and I'm not saying it's perfect, but I love Mexico. I love it a lot. But I'm biased. I'm a Mexican American, so of course I love Mexico. But Mexico, in this case, the resources of Mexico has helped us out. So yeah. And also, not only is it more affordable and they have more resources oftentimes, when I was at the hospital last night at like 3 a.m., I saw that there was a sign talking about insurance and how that hospital doesn't take any like social medicine programs like Medicare, things like that. They don't accept that. So basically, if you don't have insurance, you're fucked. They don't care. They're like, oh, well, doesn't matter if you got in a potentially deadly car crash or you catched a potentially deadly disease. We don't care. You don't have insurance. You're going to have to pay for it out of pocket. And I'll tell you one thing. I had gone to the hospital, like, I think, gosh, when was it? It was probably, it's got to have been about at least a year ago now. Yeah, in fact, I think it's been almost exactly a little over a year. And we're still paying off that bill. We're still paying. My parents tell me about that constantly. They love to remind me that I'm expensive. They're like, we're still paying off that bill from when you got sick. They're still paying it off, and they're going to be paying it off for a long time. And they have insurance, right? It doesn't matter, because even like with insurance, they're still going to be paying it off. So I don't know. When people talk mad shit about like Mexico, it's always the people who have never even been to Mexico that I notice do that the most. Like anytime I've been somewhere else, like I went to New Hampshire one time, I like saw snow. It was crazy. I was like fucking mind blown. But I remember in New Hampshire, people would hear that I lived by the border and they would like be kind of racist about it. They'd be like, oh, you're a Mexican? You live by the border? That's like really dangerous. And I was like, it's really not that dangerous, but okay. People just like to act like Mexico's like not shit, and I'm like, shut up. I think if anything recently, I've had to really learn who is there for me and who isn't at the end of the day. And I think I've always known deep down who was there and who wasn't, but it became more surface level recently. So yeah, as far as that chaotic video though yesterday, if anyone saw it and got nervous, don't freak out. But yeah. Anyway, so I don't know. I think recently something that I thought about a lot lately, something that I've been thinking about is I'm like, there's quite literally nothing that I can't survive. Like, and I think that goes for pretty much everyone. I think people don't realize how strong they are until they're put in a position where they have to be stronger. There's quite literally nothing that I can't survive, nothing that I can't handle. I can survive anything, and I strongly believe that now. That's part of life. So yeah. Also, this is not related. Okay, so you guys are behind. I don't catch you guys up on anything. I know, I'm so sorry. I talk in videos and then I forget about something and I just never mention it. I saw a lot of comments under videos that I posted like almost a year ago, like a long time ago. Videos, like a long time ago. And people were all like, what happened with them? Did they break up? I had an ex-boyfriend like in some of my videos, and people were like, what happened? I deleted most of those comments just because like they were getting kind of annoying. But yes. To anyone asking in those videos, yes, we broke up. That's kind of evident, like context clues. I feel like you could easily tell if you weren't paying attention. I'm not going to discuss a lot about that because that involves another person and that's personal private business. So yeah, but y'all are behind that. This was like a while ago, but yeah, no shit. And also, what else? Things have been hard, but I have this overwhelming drive to keep going. And I don't know where it's coming from. I talked a little bit about this in the video yesterday, but I don't know. I don't know where that what am I saying? I don't know where that drive is coming from. The drive that's telling me to keep going. But I'm glad it's there. I don't know. I have this overwhelming sense that no matter what happens, like, yes, bad things will continue to happen, but good things will happen too. So I'm optimistic. I've also been focusing a lot on like personal growth and like just trying to be a better person, which I think we should all be focusing on like pretty much all the time. Like that's a continuous process. You don't stop trying to grow and become a better person. You should always be trying to get better. But I don't know. I'm trying my best. I won't deny it's hard sometimes, but I think I have a habit of being really mean to myself, and a lot of people do. You know, we're our own worst critics. But I think recently I've been just a slightly nicer, just a tad nicer. It's still a work in progress. Like, I'm definitely still really mean to myself, especially like yesterday. I was being mean to myself, but there was moments where I stopped and I wasn't as mean. I wasn't so harsh. I don't know. I'm starting to be nicer to myself, so I think we're making progress. Now I'm just waiting for the hospital to let my dad go. They got to get him discharged and discharge papers, or else insurance won't cover his visit. And straight up, we can't afford to not. We can't afford to not have insurance cover the visit. We can't afford a lot of things. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah, insurance needs to cover this visit because we're going to be paying for this visit for the next few years. Maybe not few years, but we're going to be paying for it for a long while. So, I don't know. So yeah, that's what's going on. It's been messy, it's been stressful, but that's life. There has been some good things. Talent show auditions are soon. I didn't go to school today because I was told not to. My dad was like, don't go to school because we might need you to come back to the hospital. Plus, like, by the time I got home, it was like already the next day. It was like we were looking at like 5 a.m. Like, it was morning time, and I wouldn't have slept at all, and I would have just had to go to school like pretty much as soon as I got home. So no. Which is going to be hard though, because I'm already behind on a week's worth of work. And I think catching up on a week's worth of work for anyone would be difficult, but sped kids especially know and understand the pain that I'm talking about. If you just fall behind like in one class one day, you fucked yourself over for the entire semester. Like, you're fucked. You just miss one day and you can like get yourself in a damn hole. I missed an entire week, so I'm really nervous about that. So yeah, I'm lucky and happy that I have family ties and connections in Mexico, because if not, we would have been shit out of luck in this situation. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I know people don't like watch these videos. They don't get a lot of views, which is fine. I didn't start making videos to get views. That wasn't like my goal. I don't know. They were more so just to document my own life so I could look back on them, because that's another thing. I've started to keep a diary, or at least like on Monday, I was like, okay, I bought like a nice fancy journal, and I was like, it was expensive too. I spent a whole like $5 on that thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just cheap, but I feel like spending a whole $5 on something is, I sometimes can't justify it. I don't know. But I bought a nice journal, and I decided I was going to start keeping a diary, right? Because like, you need things to look back on. And then I just wrote so much that it like took my entire day. So I don't know. I like making videos, but also I like watching them. I like watching them back later on. So yeah. Do I have anything else to say? I think I'm gonna wrap this up. But yeah. Oh, and like, the person, what am I talking about? I can never talk in these fucking videos. Like, I just fucking ramble, and some of them are straight up a waste of time. I'm just gonna say it. Like, some of them I think are decently entertaining. Some of them are just straight up, don't watch them. Like, they just, good way to waste like 20 minutes. They're all so outrageously long because I can't shut the fuck up. What was I gonna say? Oh, okay. So, that ex-boyfriend that I had in some previous videos, no hate to that person. Hope they're doing well. I don't know. I don't really talk to him much, but yeah, no hate to anyone. And also, I had something else to say. Oh yeah. So, I was looking at my like analytics, and I noticed something interesting. Like 90% of the people who watch my videos are men. Like, they're all men. And then like when you look at the age analytics, like you see that they're all like older. Fucking gross, guys. Fucking gross. Listen, I'm an 18-year-old girl in high school. The only reason I feel like a large majority of older men would be watching me is for creepy reasons. So if that's you, fuck you. Like, that's disgusting. That's literally so gross. Disgusting. No, that's like gross. So I thought that was really strange. Like, the only people, there are some women who watch them. There are some people, there's like maybe a handful of people that I know watch them consistently on a regular basis, and because they like comment under videos, and I love those people. That's like so cool to me. It's like having a virtual friend. I like those people. It was awesome. I love it. I like to know that some people are at least somewhat interested in this rant that I go on in these videos. But yeah. Fucking creepy ass men. Like, don't. If you're an older man watching my videos, for why? Care to explain? For why? What is that? That's kind of creepy. So yeah. Waiting for my dad to get back home, and life's been hard. Life's been a struggle, but I don't care. I'm very resilient. I think we all are. So yeah. But yeah, if you're a man who's a little bit older, or just men in general. No, I'm joking. I don't care if I have nothing against men. I don't care if they watch my videos, but older men, you guys are suspicious. I know what you're here for, and you're fucking gross. Bye.